Something like that, right? That's like breaking news music, right? Something. It works. But we got some breaking news from WWE. I just read it last night on ProWrestling.com. It said that CJ Parker has been released, and I was like, what? What? I was actually a little surprised, but then again, I wasn't as surprised as I probably would have been if they were using him in any sort of way besides jobbing him out to everyone ever. Um, so the report is that actually it's pretty much true because people are reacting to it and everything. So CJ Parker has been released from NXT. I guess he was kind of a NXT star, maybe a potential NXT star if they would have used him at all, besides to lose a lot. Um, so what are your thoughts on CJ Parker being released?
I mean, I was surprised, but not really surprised. I mean, it was it, it was a big sign just that they were making him job to everybody on NXT. When NXT is in a place where you really job, it's a place for you to develop, for you to get better and go to the next level, which is the main roster. And the fact that they were having him job to everybody, it was like, he's gonna get pissed off eventually, or and leave, or they're just gonna release him on their own. They weren't doing anything with him. The gimmick was in the beginning was kind of working, but then it was just not going anywhere. I didn't really see what they would do with him on the main roster, and it's sad because he's a talented wrestler. He's good in the ring. He was trained by Truth Martini, so there's legitimacy there. It's just a question of what he does now.
Yeah. Also, one more thing that I noticed from the website too, that WWE had put out something where they said that the NXT specials, the takeovers, were going to be monthly events, and now they've kind of backed away from that and said they're going to keep them quarterly. So I just noticed that they said something about that. I guess they don't want it to kind of overshadow the monthly pay-per-views that they do too. I guess that's kind of what they're trying to do there with that. Do you have any thoughts on them not moving that at all or changing that in any way?
Um, I mean, I guess it works. There's some wrestling companies who don't do pay-per-views every month. I don't think Ring of Honor does one every month necessarily. I think they do one every couple months. Um, it could help, but then you have to, deliver every week on the regular show. You can't kind of not deliver and then expect people to keep tuning in if you're not going to do a monthly pay-per-view. Then, you know, that's the only reason Raw is still as popular as it is, because half the time it's a shitty show, but you're going to get a pay-per-view every month. So, you know, but
Yeah, I think the quarterly thing kind of helps them build more a little bit. It gives you more time where kind of like the monthly setup that WWE has now for some of the pay-per-views is like, didn't we just come out of the last pay-per-view and are already going into the next one for some of them? Like, it's just weird in that way. So I think the quarterly thing for NXT sets it apart, but it also helps with the building of the storylines and such. And they always seem to go all out for it.
yeah,
So,
and I don't think I think it does hurt them with the monthly pay-per-view, because you know you go from having a pay-per-view on Sunday, and then the next night on Monday Night Raw they're jumping right into new storylines, and it's like there's not enough build-up to really make them make sense half the time.
yeah. So there we go. Just a quick video on CJ Parker being released more so as the topic. So, surprising a little bit, but still the way they were using him, not really, I guess. So, do you have any comments to leave about
Well, what do you think he's gonna do next? What do you think his next move is?
honestly, I could see him. I could see him ending up in TNA just because TNA kind of takes note of those guys from NXT that weren't really properly used, and they kind of give them another spotlight to kind of shine on. But I could see him go to like, I'm not sure. He said he worked with Truth Martinez, so I'm not sure if he's going to though if it was in Ring of Honor or not, because I don't know any of his prior experience. But I could see him maybe going back there and maybe pairing up with Truth Martini or something like that. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily want to see him go to TNA, just because I don't. They would start off good with him, but then I feel like they would just not know what else to do with him. It's kind of the same with the Wolves. They started off really strong with them, and then now it's like they're kind of not really sure what to do with them. Um, but yeah, he was. It says he was trained by uh, Truth Martini's House of Truth Wrestling School. So I mean, I could see him. I would much rather see him go to like a place like Ring of Honor where, wrestling matters, where he can really develop. They have the Ring of Honor dojo, so he can train as well. It would be basically like him being in NXT, but they're gonna use him. It might not be every week, but because not every wrestler in Ring of Honor is on the show every week, but they're used when they are. You know.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what's going to happen because he's definitely a young guy, only 25, so he definitely has more time. I think from what I can see here, WWE was kind of his big experience, I guess, like on like the main stage. So that's always good to get that experience on a bigger stage. So hopefully, he'll go somewhere else and be used properly and do a good job. I think I'm excited. I'll probably follow him a little bit and kind of see where he goes and hopefully, keep up with him a little bit. Cause I kind of like CJ Parker a little bit, and he got that nice shot on Kevin Owens. So he's the man practically. But definitely excited to see his future. Do you have any more comments on this?
No, I'm just wondering what this is gonna how this is gonna affect NXT because I mean it could just do nothing or it could be a snowball effect because there's a couple other guys that they don't really use well. I don't think that they could use better. And then there's guys like just WWE in general. Rhino came back for that one match, and then where's Rhino? The Brian Kendrick came back for that one match. Where's he at? So it's like it's still kind of a gray area right now. Um,
Yeah. And plus I know I don't know if I said this, but I know CJ Parker actually asked for his release. It wasn't like WWE was like, you need to go. It was more of him. So that does kind of sometimes snowball on people thinking, well, if I don't feel like I'm used here, especially if they see him be successful somewhere else, they can say, well, maybe I want to do the same thing, especially those people who don't get used like they should be.
yeah. So I mean, I think this is a time for WWE to really kind of put it in gear and use more of their superstars on NXT so they don't think about leaving because you know they have some really good guys and if they leave they're kind of in trouble like um Owens Sami Zayn, who where's Sami Zayn right now? We haven't seen him in a couple weeks, so it's like uh, I don't know.
All right, so if that's all we got. Um, we will see you guys for the next video. I'm probably gonna attach this to the NXT review. Let some other people maybe get a hold to it and learn the news too. So NXT review coming soon. Maybe tonight, probably not tonight. I probably won't get to watch it tonight, so maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna try to watch it tonight because I don't have anything scheduled early tomorrow. So may try to do it anyway. So just keep in touch with me and we'll figure it out, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave some comments if you got anything to say about CJ Parker, and subscribe if you want more. Don't if you don't just subscribe. Darn it. See you later.